What's up, guys? So today I'm gonna do a back workout and I want to take you guys through it. I'm not even gonna do any edits or anything fancy for you guys. I'm just gonna give you a very raw and candid back workout so you guys can have that feeling, that experience that you're in the gym with me. Right, without further ado, I guess we start. So the first workout that I'm going to do is deadlifts. So I want to try a deadlifts. It's been a while since I've done deadlifts. I have a really sensitive back, but today I'm going to try do moderate weight for deadlifts. And yeah, that's going to be my first workout. Let me set up for you guys. Alright, so what I like doing is I usually warm up with the bar. I warm up with the bar, I warm up with 10, then I go to 2 plates, I go to 1 plate, then I go to 2 plates, then depending on how I feel, maybe I go to 3 plates. If I'm working on power, I go to 4 plates, but today, I think the most I'm going to do is probably like 3 plates or 2.5 plates. I just want to do a lot of reps. I'm not focusing on power building right now. Power building is something that I only do when I'm bulking, but right now I'm only focusing on just maintaining the muscle that I built up during the bulking phase. I think because the weight is already on the bar, I'm not going to be bothered removing it just to do the bar, so I'll start my warm-up with the 10 plates. So what I try focusing on when I'm about to go for the lift off, that's why you see me going, I take a deep breath in, then tighten up my core, tighten up my abs. Then when I go down, my whole core is tight and firm. This will allow me to pull the weight much quicker and also protect my spine from any injuries or whatever. And what I do is, once I reach the top, release, come back down. Once I touch down, inhale again, tighten up the core, pull the weight. Yeah. One thing you should know that with deadlifts, first your core has to be tight, and also where you breaking from. Are you breaking from the knees first or the hips? I'll explain that after my second warm-up. Right, what I was talking about, where you're breaking first, yeah? So when you're doing a deadlift, make sure you're breaking at your knees first, then your hips follow when you're going down, yeah? So, don't know if you can see me properly, but let me fix this camera. Right, so when you're going down, you've already brought the weight up. When you're going down, first break at the knees, then at the hips, right? Rather than breaking at the hips, then the knees. You're more likely to risk injury when you break at the hips, then the knees. So follow, break at the knees, bang, down, then you go with the hips, right? Pro tip, right there. Right. Tip number 3. Grip. So if you want to have a strong grip, people usually do the normal grip where the hands are like this. Yeah, so they're both pronated. This is a pronated grip, this is a supinated grip. Yeah, so people do the pronated grip, and after a while, once you start going heavy, once the weights start getting heavier and heavier, you find that using the pronated grip doesn't work as well. You feel like you're sliding, you're slipping off. What I tend to do is I use my right hand pronated, then my left hand supinated. I feel I can now lift much heavier weights if both hands are facing different directions. Right, so I finished off with the deadlifts. I decided to stick with 2 plates. I kind of increased my repetition, so I went to between 12 and 15 reps. I did 5 sets of that. Now I'm done with that, so the next thing I'm going to do is pull down. So I'm going to do pull down. I think I'll do 2 exercises, a superset. I'll do first the pronated, where your palms are facing forward, bringing it down to your chest. And then I'll do supinated, what people call reverse pull down. So my palms will be facing me, and I bring it straight down to my chest again. So number 1 tip for this, make sure your scapula is retracted. Your scapula is your shoulder blades, yeah? So if this is how you sit normally straight, when you're doing a pull down, what you need to do is lift your shoulders up, rotate them backwards, boom, and place them down, yeah? So hold the weight, retract your scapula, bring it down to your chest. You can add a bit of a lean, but not too much. You don't want to be all the way back there, because now you're bringing in your arms into it, and it doesn't really, it's not functional training. Whew. Right, pro tip number 2. For the pull down, you want to be able to control the weight down and also control the weight up. Yeah, a lot of people pull the weight, then when it's going up, they just let it take them up. So make sure to control it down, control it up, get a full extension at the top, get a full nice squeeze at the bottom. Pro tip number 3. So if you start off with the supinated, actually no, the pronated grip. So you start off with the pronated grip. The first set you do pronated, and then secondary, the second exercise that you do is supinated. When you're starting your second set, do it the other way around. So start supinated, and then go to pronated. Do that for each round, just keep alternating. That way, so both exercises, both different parts of your lats get the same amount of work in. How I wish I was right there right now. Right. Third workout. Is it third? No. 4th workout of the day. I'm gonna do rows with bent over rows with the dumbbells. Right, so the pro tip for this one. Before you go down, make sure you have a slight bend on your knees. Find a place where you can hold on to. And then whatever weight you feel comfortable with, start from the bottom. Yeah, so unrack it, place it down, start from the bottom. Get your position right, arch your back, and grab onto the weight. Once you've got in your position, pull. Pull the dumbbell into your rib cage, yeah? Into your lower rib cage. Make sure, again, your scapula is retracted and you're pulling in rather than hunching, then pulling. The form is exactly the same as the seated, lighting. Yeah, as I was saying, it's exactly the same as the seated pull down, where you're retracting your scapula and also you're controlling the weight rather than letting the weight control you. So, exercise number 5. It's the same as the one before. It's still a bent over row with the dumbbells, but the only difference is with this one, we're using the bench, an incline on the bench. I like putting it on a 45-degree angle, and the reason why I like using the bench, first of all, you're eliminating the swing. The pro tips are exactly the same, meaning retract your scapula, pull up, all the way down. So you control it up and control it all the way back down. You can do single arm, you can do both arms, whatever you fancy. Obviously the weight will be lighter than the standing one. Sorry, the bent over one, because you're more focused on the contraction, the squeeze at the top.
So, did you guys see that? Don't know if you can see it, but I think I popped a vessel or something. Don't know if you can see it. It's all red. There's a red mark on there. I don't know if you can see it clearly, but that's the power of a pump.
So that's 5 exercises for back. Now it's time for biceps. I usually do back and biceps on the same day. So we're gonna start off with standing bicep curls. I like to add on a twist. So when I'm coming up, my hands are on a neutral position. Then when I come all the way up, I just twist at the beginning. So I twist on my way up. Then when I reach the top, I literally exaggerate the twist. I try to bring my pinky all the way around. So come from this position, twist all the way up. Yeah. Pro tip for this, slightly lean forward. When you lean forward, if you're straight up, you don't have much range of movement, range of motion, because the weight usually ends up onto your thighs. But if you lean slightly forward, you can get a full range of motion. You can contract fully, extend fully. Yeah. Also, another pro tip, when you're standing, make sure your feet shoulder width apart. Don't go too wide, don't go too close. I'm gonna superset the bicep curls with hammer curls. So with the hammer curls, it allows me to go heavier since the movement's much easier than the actual twisting of the previous standing curls. So pro tips are exactly the same. Pretty much when you get to the top, squeeze, exaggerate the squeeze, and when you get all the way down, stretch your arms down. When you're stretching, make sure you can actually feel your tricep contract. Yeah, that's a full stretch. My next workout, for my next bicep workout, I'm gonna do standing bicep curls with the bar, and then I'll superset that with, I think I'll do a reverse bicep curl. Now the reason why I do a hammer movement and a normal bicep curl movement is there's two heads to the bicep, hence the name bi. So there's the long head and there's the short head, yeah? So I try hit both those heads with each superset. So you'll always see me doing a normal bicep curl, and then I'll use a hammer, as a type of hammer curl, to now get the long head. Right. Let me show you how to do this. The pro tip for this one is exactly the same as the previous two. That's going to be the end of my bicep workout, and also my back workout. I'm going to jump on the treadmill, do 26 minutes, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode.